So tonight it will be all about Asana. Yeah, use Asana is another work management tool that functions just like your Nifty and your Monday.com, even your ClickUp as well. But the only difference is that ClickUp has way more tools or more features compared to Asana. So how do you use it? It's still the same way. The same table view, Kanban view, list view, calendar view, and all of that. Same thing, the same way you assign tasks. I'm supposed to skip this one and go to Airtable today, but so just to satisfy my conscience, I will do it briefly and then I'll be done with it. I'm not going to spend more than 40 minutes use my email to sign up like this. I don't expect anybody to come and be asking me how to sign up for this because I know that I've done it severally. There is no tool that we've treated that I did not talk about this stuff here, how to sign up with them. So I don't want to worry myself about them, talking about, because at the end of the day, when I say ask me Saturday, how did they create a Asana account? So there's no point. Eh. So here you say I should what? Say I should put in my full name. Say everything? I'm sharing. So here now, you need to know how to create your account. I've been doing that for more than 10 times. I don't want to do it one more time anymore. I don't care. Okay, if you like stay, if you like don't stay. So you can actually add your picture here, but for me I don't want to add anything. Okay, I just want to go forward and do what I want to do and get out. So I'll click on continue, and here now you can see that it's actually asking us what my role is. You need to put in your role here. Like I've already maintained, you use the word highest one, which is business owner or manager or director. Then which function describes you? You can describe what you do here. You can say maybe you are into whatever. So whatever you feel like you do, you can put it there. Says in fact, you can even select as many as possible. Yeah, you can select just plenty of them. You can select even engineering and so on and so forth, right? So what do you have? What do you want to use Asana for? You can come and say maybe project management, right? Click on this and then click on continue. Now, what tools do you use? I don't want to use anyone. I'll just click on continue. It says set up your first project. You can call it anything. Okay, the same thing like I said, it's the same thing. I will just simply want to use a construction whatever. Okay, so I'll say let me use I think the other day I used traditional marriage for what's the other tool, Trello. Today I don't want to use that today. I feel like I should use something different. So I will use construction today. I'll call it whatever I like. I'll call it what? I'll call it construction site. Construction what? Construction site. Then go to continue. Say what are the few tasks that you have to do for construction sites. Of course, say excavation. You can also have you can have disposal disposal of what now, of shrubs. Then we can also attach things like maybe what else do you do for the construction stage? You can do site maintain, maybe site security, huh? Site security. Yeah. So continue. You can see that it's now asking us what to do, doing and done. The same thing that we did on our Trello the other day. So it's almost just the same thing. That's why I said I don't want to waste time here. Click on continue here. Now we have different view here. You can see that we have list view. This is the list view that we use when we're doing our Trello. Then we can see that we have board view, we have calendar view, then we have timeline view. There is still, I think there is still going to be, okay. There might still be, I think there might still be table view. We can see that one later when we get into the stuff. Yeah. So let me just leave it on this list here, and I'll go to continue. So you can see that here you can actually invite people here. You can actually invite them using the word, the email. But I know if I give you this task, you guys don't always turn up. So let me just continue with myself. I don't want to do it because the main person they vex. So I'll just put that email address, then this one as well. Let me see, add one more here and add what again now? I can add and say, okay, this is just how to invite people to your what, to your workspace. So let me go now. I think we're now in our what? We're now in our, this is now our board on Asana. Asana is one of the simplest. After I think Asana is simpler than, I think Trello is simpler than Asana, or Asana is simpler than Trello, so something like that. Because I think Trello is quite confusing and sometimes actually give you buzz both. But Asana is straightforward. Yeah. So that is that. I just want to go forward and do what I want to do here. I don't think there's anybody here that does not understand what this thing here is. Is anyone here that doesn't understand this thing? Is there anybody that does not understand it? Please, you can simply just say, let me know if you don't understand this thing. Say it. Don't you know what task I have for? We did this one in a ClickUp. Yes, I think we had it in ClickUp. Reporting, we know what it is. It shows us how we are performing, like using bars and charts and triangles or whatever, pie chart and bar charts. Portfolios gives you a word now. It kind of like brief, maybe more like your resume, what you've been doing so far. Then we know goals. We did goals when we did the ClickUp. Then this is our project. So the only thing is that on Trello we call this one what? We call this what? Call it board. Okay, but then on money.com we call it what? Project. I think board as well. But here it is now called what? It is now called project here. In ClickUp it is called spaces, right? So here it's called projects. Yeah. So if you are chatting with your teammates, you can have your messages on the what? On the inbox, kind of stuff, right? So now you can actually add more templates by clicking on this place here. You can see where they have new projects here. You can click on this. If you want to like use a template, what do? Say use a template, right? Cool. So what kind of template am I going to use? You can actually find your templates here, or you can simply just okay. You see where they say find templates. Find inspiration here. You can simply go here to what? To find other interesting templates to use. I told you also what templates look like. Template is more or less like, it's more like an outlook, right? I said this when we're doing our HubSpots. Yeah. So you can say that template is more like your outlook, what your project board will look like when you are done with it. So in here now we have templates for what now? For ticket tracking, templates for cross team planning, template for what? Meeting agenda, template for products, template for sales, template for marketing, template for if you're a HR person, there's a template for you on what? On Asana. We even have IT here. Yeah. So let me search. If you want to find anyone, you can actually search for it here. Not even the highlights. Why now? Okay. So that kind of stuff. Me now, I will just look for one here and do what now and work with. I can work with any of them here. I don't care. I can work with all of them here. So I'll work with what now? With project management, because that one is quite easy to understand. So when you now want to click on it now, you now click on what? Use template, because here they will show you what the template will look like when you are done or when you are using it. Yeah. So I will use what? Click on use templates. Then name your project. What is that thing that you're working on? Yeah. Are you are you doing fish ponding? Are you building a fish pond? Do you have a farm? I can simply say what? I can simply say Ottawa Farm PLC, right? Ottawa Farms PLC. Yeah. Then what do you do now? Just leave here. Then go to what? Next. Okay. You say your task will be scheduled according to your project start or end date. Yeah. So when are you going to start? You need to what? You need to specify that so that you can actually have start date and what? And end date, so that you can know when the thing is actually going to end. But me, I like to what now? I like to start with what? With start date. Now click on what? Create project. I did that because some of you will still want to ask me, how did you create project, this and that. You can see that this one now came on a what? This one now came on a what? On a default. I didn't have to add anything or remove anything. I didn't have to add anything or remove anything. You can see that it just came now. It's in fact it is even grouped into what? Phase one planning, phase two execution, phase three what? Launch. Yeah. So this one is actually very, very simple. It's nothing difficult. Okay. So this one now is what now? Is launch. You can change it to what now? To complete. Whatever you like. Okay. I can even still have more. This one here is what now? Is execution. Then I can still have what? I can still have let me say I can still have what? I can still have post planting. Post what? Post planting, showing that what now that I'm done with what? With my planting, right? So here I can still remove it and put one now. Leave only that thing there. See here now, Abi. Let me just remove and put this one here. Let me remove this one and put that one on here. So you can see that I now have, instead of me having doing, done, and to do, doing and done, I now have what? Planning, execution and what now, and then post planting, right? Kind of stuff. Then if it was cake making, what will I do? I'll have what? Shopping. Then I have what? Maybe mixing. I have baking, and then design, and then delivery, right? That kind of stuff. If it was to cook a goose, what will I do? Markets. Yeah. Then preparation, cooking, right? And then I can now have my complete section here, so that anything that is complete will not be dragged down to that part. So this is just how it is. You can see that we have different view here. This is our board view. This one now I think this one now sounds familiar because this one is what we had on our Trello. You can see that we even have timeline here. This one is more advanced. If you are doing project management proper, that's when you can actually use this one. Okay, then we have dashboard view. Okay, no, this actually is our what? It's our dashboard. Okay, I can even see add more view. Can you see that we have add here? Let me click on here now. Can you see that we have? I'm looking for lists. Okay, we already have lists. I'm looking for table. We don't have table on this one. Yeah. Can you see Gantt chart here? We even have Gantt chart. But this one is quite more advanced. This one is for construction workers or for engineering students. They're going to understand this one better. Yeah. So that is just how this one is. So I'll go back to my list view. This is it here. So nobody can tell me that they don't understand what we mean by assignee or due date or estimated time, because in our money.com we have it as what now? Assignee. We have it here as what now? Due date. Then here we have what? Maybe timeline. Priority is the same, status is the same, stage now is what is also different here. But with knowledge of all the other tools now, it should become what? It should become self-explanatory. So there's something that is actually very, very complex here that someone will tell me that they don't understand it. Yeah. So now let me now go further and do what now? And create all the tasks that we have here. Okay. Let me go back to my construction site so you can understand better. I don't know how to be wicked, shall. If I wanted to be, I'll just go with this one. I'll just continue with I'll just maintain the language. I will say fenestration. I will say, removal of debris. I will say, form work excavation. I will say, maybe, I'll be using my terminology so that people will not become, some people might be wondering, like, what will be form work? And I'm not even explaining it to you, but I don't know how to be wicked. That's my problem with you guys. I don't know how to be wicked. If I teach you now, in fact, you work out like 3 days, you don't know what you do. In fact, you don't know what you will even learn self. People should turn up, you not really turn up. Should I come and force you guys from your house to come and turn up? I love numbers. Numbers is my job. When I see numbers, I'm very, very happy. So now, let me check that thing and see what it is doing. MTN. Let me see how it's performing. If it is good enough. Ah. 30 megabytes per second. Jesus. Oi, thing don't say, you don't share it. Omo. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. So let's continue, guys. I think things actually blazing. No, I'm having good connection here today. Let me see. So now already know what we are doing here. It's not like this thing here is new to anybody here. Yeah. So let me go back to my construction site now. So what do we do here in the construction site? We say that we have what now? We have what? We can call this one is what now? This one can be our what? Our to do. Let me just say to. Let me just maintain it now so that I will leave here early. Yeah. The here is what now? Is doing. The here is done. So when it's completed, what do you do? Bring it down here. What about this one? I'll say in what? In progress. Okay. Then here I'll put what? I will say completed. So this thing is not difficult, okay? Now, excavation now is a what now? Is a task for us, right? So who did you assign the task to? Consider is for what now? It's for Tanwa Zibo, right? What about the due date? When are you going to finish the task? It's okay, you should finish on what now? On the, let's just say 4th and what? 5th. You can see that here now you can actually drag what now between days, right? That is what the difference is. Yeah. Then priority is what? It's going to be what? You can say priority is what? Is high. Okay, what about status? Of course, you see that here now. The other one we had a stock, we had maybe we had what at risk, we had off track, we have the other one. Now we're having things like not started. I can still do the same thing here. What do? I can just go to where so they say edit options here. You see where they say I can have new one here. You see where they say I add an option here. I can just click on this one and do what now? Say okay, not started. Yeah, then I can even change the color to what? Something I can say maybe let me use ash or white or whatever. Then I'll do what now? Click on what? Save. So if I want to say okay, I can now change the what now to not started because they've not really given it to somebody yet. Yeah. So who should I assign this task to? I can click here to what to put somebody's name. Let me I can put it to what to maybe to this my friend to Mr. Francis there. Then what can I do if I'm done? If I'm done, what will I do? I'll simply do what now? Click on what? Save. Yeah. Simply click on what now? Close, and then you are good. See it now? This is just how this one is. It's not that difficult. You knowing the other tools means that you can actually navigate this on your what now? On your own, even without somebody telling you. You can do that on your own. Yeah. So what about this one? They say, whatever you excavated here now, you are going to excavate all those manure from the site. All those trees, all those planting that you put from that side that you excavate. What do? You need to what? Dispose them. Yeah. So who do you assign these tasks to? Yeah, maybe the person that will be in charge of what? Maybe taking all the deeper, right? So let's say Cynthia will be there, okay? But if I open it up, I cannot do one now to see more here. Let me open that, say Cynthia, then maybe Francis can also do it now. Now look at another thing again. On this Asana here now, right? You can only assign one person at a what? At a time. It does not take more than one person for a what? For a task. Okay, unlike the other tools. Of course, you know that when we did the trailer, we go to assign at least even up to 4 people in one particular task, right? So that kind of thing. So I can just open it up here now and do what now, and then now specify what I want to do. So maybe when is it going to what to finish? I can say to finish on the what now on the 6th, right? That kind of thing. Okay. Now what is the priority here? I can say priority is what? Let us say medium priority. What about the status? Is it at risk? A bit is done. Consider what it is not started yet. Yeah, cool. Is this hard? It's not hard. If I wanted to if I wanted to maybe add one more, what will I do? I can even add. You see where they say add field here? I can add more field here. Maybe I wanted to add maybe let me say choose from a gallery so I can see more. You see estimated time here. I can even add it now, or maybe let me just go and do normal one. Maybe I just want to put maybe say budget. Let me just call it what? Let me just call it budget, right? But I don't have it here. Where is it now? No day. Let me say show more. You see where they say created on now, Abi? I can even still add more things here. I can simply say what? I simply say collaborators or created by whatever. Let me just say created by what? By something. You can see that I can now add this here. So who will now be the person that created this task? You can actually just add it here. Say created by, where is it now? Say created by or created on, right? It's not coming up. What will be the problem? Anyway, it's not really compulsory. Can you see it here? Look at it here. So it's not showing that one and that created by what now? Created on this day, and then by who? By myself, right? I can even change what to something else here. But you see these two things here, they will not be what? They will be what? Automatically what? Entered here. It does not need to. You can't even alter them. Yeah. so that I don't need to add them up. So this actually is not, it's not difficult. Just click here and then to add the person that you want to assign the task to. Yeah. Then when should the task be completed? You can say okay, 7th and what now? And the 8th. Priority is what? Maybe low. Yeah. Is it started yet? You can say off track. Is it difficult? No. When they now started the job, all you say okay, now maybe the day now don't break. So maybe they say August 4th, Abi. So maybe August 4th now. Cynthia now came to the shop now and said, okay, please, oh God, don't start the job. What will it be? You can move it to what now? To this place here. You can simply click. You see where they put these three small dots here at this edge here. Press it and do what now? Drag it downwards to be at the what now? The bottom. Press here and do what now? Just drag it to the bottom. Why is it not moving now? What's here? Okay, you can even use here to what now? To take it down. Can you see this place? They can take it down by clicking here. It will what? You see where they say to this place here, Abi? You can send it down there. Look at it here now. Look at it one more time. Click and do what now? Send it down to the what? To the in progress. Can you see that? It will now ask you where you want to move it to, but I'll say in progress. It will move down here. What about to move it down to completed? I'll click on this place here, then click on what? Completed. It will move down to what? To the group of what? Completed task. This is just how simple and sweet that this Asana is not difficult. Nobody should come and deceive you that it is hard. It's not hard. Okay? It's not hard. Somebody still saying they cannot see my screen. Please, my screen is showing. Okay? So please, I don't think that I don't think anybody should come and tell me that this is not simple. This is actually very simple, and in fact you have actually learned more than enough to be able to do this thing on your own. It's not difficult, but the thing is that if they give an assignment, I don't agree do. That'll be my fault. I'll only do what I can do. I cannot fight. You're not going to say I dey fight. No problem. No wahala. So this is actually quite simple. It's not something that you should worry yourself too much about. Okay. In terms of the automation itself, it's even the simplest. Yeah, it's the simplest. Nothing just they had inside this one. Nothing they had. So don't come and tell me that I didn't get it. Somebody today was saying that they don't understand HubSpot. They don't understand HubSpot, but they have been watching the videos now. Why can't they understand HubSpot? I don't know. Is it my fault? It's not. Well, let me still go and do something for you guys that say you don't understand HubSpot videos here. Just get the video. The problem with it is that some of you now the stingy data. When you are learning, okay, it is straightforward. To my best of my knowledge, it is quite straightforward. This is not even real. And so, to do automation, I'm going to go back to my project board here, and I just want to push everything back up so that you guys can understand how it is. So if you want to push anything back up, maybe like you want to move the task from here down up here, you just have to see this see this move icon here and click on it, and then here you need to specify where you want this task to go. If you say planning, it will go back up here. If you say post planning, it will come down here. If you say completed, it will come down to the completed tab here. So I want it to go up. I'll click on planning. You can see that. Click on this again, send it to planning. Click on this, send it to planning as well. Let's talk about this one. Maybe we can leave that one there. Then we have some here at the moment. Let me click on this, send it to planning. Click on this and then send it to planning. So now, how do I do my automation? Automation on Asana is quite simple. Okay, just go to your customize. All right. When you go to your customize, you can see that we have rules here. There is rule here. You can just click on this now to make a rule, and then you can see that we have add. If you're coming here for the first time, you see that everything here is just blank. So you need to click on add rule, and then ignore this one at the top here. Go to the bottom where they say recommended. Click on this one. Okay, so this is when this happens, check if this and then do this. So this is just how the rule will apply. Yeah, so this one says when. Okay, now when what? Maybe here you need to come down and say maybe when status changes. You see status here? Click on the status. When status change this, or when status is changed, check if. Okay, now check if that status corresponds to a particular date. So you can come here and say, okay, check if status is. Okay, then do this. Do what now? What should it do when that status or maybe when that condition is met? It should move the entire stuff to a particular group or to a section of your workspace. So you know that in our board right now we have four sections. We have we have pre-planning stage, we have the execution stage, we have post-planning, and then we have the completed stage. These are the four different sections that we have on our Asana board right now. So we want to check and say, okay, check status is set to what. Okay, let us see now. If it is checked to what, like when they change the status now, was it set to completed? Now, if it is set to completed, what should you do? You should move it down to what now, to completed here, because you know that we have completed section showing that the job or the task is been completed. What do you do now? You can say publish through. Once you have done this, your automation is live. Okay, so if I should come here now and I say, okay, you see the status here now, right? This is status. If I say, okay, completed, look at it now. This is execution task 2. Watch it now. It will move. You see, it left. It left down to the completed section here. This is just how you do your automation. Now, I can also say when, if somebody, if task is completed, okay, if task is completed, then, or maybe if priority is changed to whatever, then it should also say notify somebody. Now let me do some here. I will say, okay, let me add a new status here. I will say stock. Yeah, I will say add an option. I will say stock, okay, or in danger, okay, or maybe I will say stalling or stalled, right? Let me click on this save now. So you can see that here now I have stalled here. Yeah, and you know that stop means that maybe the project is not moving or is stuck somewhere, right? So I want to say that, okay, please, if my teammate changes this status to stuck or stalled, then they should notify me or they should send me an email, right? How can I do that one? I need to go to my customize. The same thing you need to do, go to your rules and then go to your add. Yeah, so this place now you need to do the one that can actually send you a message. So I will say what? I will say, okay, whenever something happens, then it should notify somebody, right? So let me go back up now, click on what? See where they say recommended there, click on this. I will say when this changes to this, do this. What should you do? Now here you need to look for where they will say send a message, yeah, or notify somebody. Let's look for that one. You can say notify somebody. I'm not sure there is anything like that here. Okay, there is something like that. Yes, so creators, subtasks, approvals, convert, blah blah blah. We don't have anything here. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my rules and then check something. I need to send that you should actually send somebody or you should notify somebody. I don't know. This we don't have a way to search for the stuff here. So let me click on this now. Send feed. Oh, sorry guys. So I want you to actually send me. I want you to actually send a kind of message to our team, like we're able to do on monday.com. But I don't know, it's like, hey, look at now, you see that we have Slack here. So task is assigned, or maybe task is blah blah blah. So you should send a message. Can you see now? So he said whenever whenever task or all subtasks completed status, blah blah blah, change, send channel message. So you can actually send message now to our to our Slack channel, right? So that whenever there is any kind of change or whatever, you send a kind of message to the Slack channel so that maybe our financiers or our bosses can take notes. Yeah. So you can see that we have one that says status is changed, send message, right? So I'll click on this now. So it says when status is changed, check if it is this, then send the channel message, right? So when status is changed now, let us check when it is changed to what. Of course, keep it as changed. Now check if the status is what is set to. Maybe say set to stock, right? Then what should you do now? You should send a message on the what on the Slack channel of the company, telling the whoever is in charge that please, or the team that you sent are now stock. So to do this now, I need to authenticate I need to authenticate my Slack to work with Asana. How do I do that? I should go to my connect to Slack here. Okay, at that point now I need to what? I need to grant it access by clicking on this allow here, and it's going to actually find my available list of channels. You can see that I have channels here. It's going to pull them up for me to select the one I wish to work with, right? You can see that I have thermal technologies here. I will click on this one now, and when I'm done with that, just give it some more time. You can see that it's not showing allow here. Once it has shown allow, it means that you can now connect, and it is showing this way because my Slack channel is already connected here before. Yeah, but you just need to authenticate the process. I'll click on allow here. Once I do that now, it would actually start functioning. Yeah, so now we have been able to authenticate it now. So we have to actually go back to the Slack again, and then go back here again, and then finish it up. So you see now it's saying unspecified. So I need to click on here again, change to what, say stock, then come back here and change to what now. I need to select my Slack channel, like which of the channel do I want to send the message to. Of course, probably to human resources, right? Or anyone that you know that your guy is, or maybe your boss is here. So I can say, okay, you should send that message to the human resources here. So I can now say, okay, now say, dear sir slash madam, the team you assigned, okay, to. Now, when I say to, now I just want to, I want to be specific. Like, I don't want to just put any random thing in there. I want them to know which task is stuck. So I need to come here and then add a variable by clicking on this plus here. So I need to put a task. This is a task name. So it needs to be the task name, right? Put the task name there, task name, so that it will mention if it is to go and fry the beans, if it is to go and maybe bake the cake and all of that. It needs to specify. Yeah. So dear sir or madam, the team you are assigned to, maybe to bake the cake, okay, are are currently uh stock currently stock. I can also decide to put the status name there. I can click on this variable here, and I can say, okay, we need to click on, we need to add the status. Now let me go to task, and okay, I don't have that. Let me change it. Let me just go back a bit. So I think I should go to this now. You see I have status here, right? Click on this now. Okay, so it will be able to pull out the status there, and then now let me know what it is. Okay, so I put a dot here, say full stop. So please reach out to them as quickly as possible. So this is just an urgent call that people are stuck. You should make a call or maybe get to them as soon as possible. So this is just a simple rule. I can click on publish rule. Yeah. When I do this now, what happens is that this task is going to start functioning. So I need to go and open my I need to go now and open my Slack channel so that we can try to check if it is working. So I set it on this one. I need to launch it. Okay, I need to launch it now. I'm already launching it. It has to open up. Just give it some seconds for it to load properly, and then we can now start seeing our stuff in action. We sent that message to the HR department, so that is where the thing is going to fire to. Okay, so that is just so now I need to click on launch on my browser so that I can be able to see what I'm doing here. So now I need to show you where the message is going to fire. So the message is going to fire here. It's going to, it's going to, come here now. Yeah, it's going to come here now. So now I can see that it said that one added to. So this one is only an old stuff. This one is actually an old stuff. So let me now go and change the status now to stock, and then let us see what will happen here. So I will come to my task here. You can see that we have this task too. The planning task too. Yeah, so I can change this one now to stock. Let us see. Change it to stock/stored, and then let's see if it's going to fire. Of course, I know that it has already fired. You can see that it has already fired. You say running one rule. Now, if I go to my Slack, I will see whatever I did there. See, he said, yes, sir, madam. The team you are assigned to planning task 2 are currently stalled. Okay, please reach out to them ASAP. Can you see now? This is just what happened there. If I go to another tool now and I do the same thing, it will still it will still manipulate or still manifest in our Slack. So I'll change this one to stock. Then let's see. It's going to fire again. If I come back here, I can now see say consider this one is what is actually execution 2. Yeah, it's currently stuck, right? So this is just how automation was. You can and then the sweet thing about Asana is that you can just go on and on. It has no end. You can just continue to do as many automation as possible, because you can see that right here now. You can see that we have so many rules here that you can actually set up for yourself, and this is all just to help you ensure that you don't keep repeating simple but boring tasks over and over and over again. So this is just how it is. There are some automation here that will work for you on Salesforce, that will work for you on Box, that will work for you on Twilio, that will work for you on PagerDuty, and even Zendesk, Jira Server, and Mailchimp. So this is just how it is. I just said it is very important for us to make this video. So if you are new here, remember this is FastGidi Tutorials. Don't forget to keep a date with us and keep coming back for more, as we are always here for the most exciting things that you have to learn. So remember, my name remains Richard N. Bye bye. See you some other time.